the lower left corner, that's the origin you see on the.
Okay. Below.
And we start with the rectangle. We are at construction point top. That's where we're gonna start, and the rectangle is width 3.5. 3.5. And my height is 3. So that's what we got right there. Now there's another rectangle I told you to draw here, which is going to be the wall, so we're going to add that. So if you look on the top view, that rectangle starts at x 0.5 and y is 0.375. If you look on the top view, the isometric, you can see that. So if I'm going to go to rectangle again, and this is position the first corner. The first corner is going to be, if you look at the view B, you see that x is 0.5, comma, and y, if you look at the top view, that is 0.375. 0.375. That's where my rectangle starts right there. And then I can insert my width and height. My width is 0.750, right guys?
Yeah.
And my height is 2.25. So that's the thing we have to do it in the top plan. Now let's go to view B with view A on the side plane, right side plane. So what we're gonna do on the construction of the right side plane, I'm gonna go to the construction right. And my view is gonna be to the right, but look at my Z. I'm gonna bring my click on my Z. My Z is gonna be right here. Plus 3.5. That's my Z. So go to construction plane right. Graphic view right. So looking at view A, I'm going to create that arc holder, but where is the center of the arc? Right in the middle of this rectangle, right guys?
Yes.
Right. So if I'm going to say arc holder, the center point, what's going to be my center point?
1.5.
3 inches, -3.
Negative 3, right?
Yeah.
Because the radius is 4 inches of the arc and there's a 1 inch, so x is going to be half of 3, which is 1.5, comma, y is minus 3. There you go. That's my center point of the arc right there.
4-inch radius.
Now I'm going to just go ahead and eyeball it. Just click anywhere you want, doesn't matter. And here,
Radius.
my radius is 4.
How did you get 3? Come on.
My stop angle is 50, right guys?
Oh,
And my ending angle
Reflected.
is
I see.
19 plus 40,
That's why it's a little bit higher than this one.
Yeah.
I just took the line with it, pull down.
That's my arc right there.
I see. I see. Okay, I did it all wrong.
Is that clear, guys?
Yeah.
Now from that arc, looking at the right side view, from that arc, the distance of the length of that line is 2 inches. That 2 inches is from this end point, not from origin, so be careful. If I'm going to create wireframe line and point, and I want to see a vertical line from here up to here, the length of this line is 2. Not from origin. Be careful. Alright. So hit okay, and I'm gonna do another line right here also, same thing, and that length is 2 inches. Hit okay, and I can draw a horizontal line or I can draw a free-form line here.
Connect the dots.
We have to close this line because I'm gonna use this drawing just to cut the part. So we have to close this. All we need just this arc to give a shape. I'm closing this boundary because we always have to close it. When you create a solid or you cut a solid, doesn't matter. Alright, now look at the view B, which is gonna be a front view. There's an arc starts from the midpoint of this. The midpoint of this is gonna be midpoint of this, so my Z in the construction plan front, what is gonna be my Z?
Minus.
Z minus 1.5, right guys? Any sense? Z, put here minus 1.5, there's my C right there. And here I can create R polar endpoints. Polar endpoint means you have to start with one start endpoint, which is going to be the midpoint of this guy. And the radius is already, like, there it is, 8 inches. And you're gonna say start angle, 75, solid center. 75 degree, and the end angle is 105. That would be the arc right there. You say end angle is 90 degree, it's gonna come and stop at 90 degree. Look at that, that is 90 degree. Ending angle, you're gonna end angle at 100, it's gonna stop at 100. But on our blueprint, and the angle is 105. Plus 8.
Okay.
I don't wanna, create confusion, but going back to the 2 inches, that's not important. The 2 inches,
It's not important.
it's not important, it could be
It's just-
14 inches,
Yeah, it could be anything.
yeah, okay,
As long as it's close.
yeah. And, you
So
know,
here, the way they did it 2 inches, because this,
yeah,
we're gonna extrude that to 2 inches. And then it's gonna sweep, it's gonna cut it.
and the arc puller could have gone anywhere too, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
oh,
if it
yeah,
went-
this
okay.
arc can go anywhere.
Yeah, that's just
This arc,
construction lines.
we are going only 105, so make sure it exceed this, that's all we need. Even
Yeah.
if you go 100, it will still work.
Right,
Look at this short, look at the
Yeah.
front view. Yeah, it's short. When I'm gonna use this as a sweep, this
Yeah.
is short. Over here, it's not gonna do it. But that's why it went a little bit over that 105, it has to pass, or even 101 will work. Or 102 will work,
Yes.
as long as it's gonna pass that. This will be, should be fine. Yeah, same thing with this and same thing.
yeah,
with
that's what,
this.
that's what I was referring to, where
Yeah.
you said make sure you get the end of the arc, but the arc could be all the way,
So
okay,
2 inches, it can be 1.5.
right,
It should be more than 1.35. Because our boss is in 1.35,
Yeah.
so. All right, is it okay? Drop it in, and we'll go back to 0. Okay, so that's pretty much it with your drawing. Now let's go back to solid. And I can change my level. Let's go level 2 over here. Level 2, we can say it's a solid. So we are on level 2 now. All right. So we'll start with solid, extrude that. And we're gonna extrude to distance 2 inches. Yeah. And then okay. Distance to angle P and body, okay. Alright. So now, once we've done extruding it, if you look at the instructions on the blueprint, we have 4 faces. This is face A, that's face B, and we have face C on the back, and this is face D over here, right guys?
Yes.
And it says face A has, if you read the notes, it says face A has a draft angle of 20 degrees. Face B, C, and D have a draft angle of
10.
10 degrees. So let's do the draft angle. This is face A, which is 20 degrees, rest are 10 degrees. So there comes my draft faces. So I'll pick that option. And I'm going to pick this face. Select a face to draft. I want to face to draft this. You hit OK. Then let's select the planar face to specify the draft plane. Which plane is going to be draft to? What does that mean, guys? If you look from the front view, you have right now, I have like this. But I want to create a draft angle. So I select this face and I say I want 20 degree. And that 20 degree is going to be, planar plane is going to be the bottom one. So you have to say I want this 20 degrees, but it's going to be 20 degrees to this plane right here. So that's what we have to select, the bottom plane. So it's asking the planar face to draft plane, which is this guy right here, and that will go to that angle. So you can go reverse, and that angle is 20 degrees. That make sense?
Yes.
And same thing when we're gonna select this, I'm in the same mode, I'm gonna select this guy here, and hit OK. The planar face is gonna be always the bottom one, right there. And I want that 10 degree, and my direction is gonna be reverse inside, there you go. Is that okay, guys?
Yes.
So now it comes back over here. I'm still in the same mode. I'm going to select this, might say okay. Select this face. Hit OK. That's the select a face to draft. And your planar face draft 2 is going to be the bottom one. That's what it's going to read your angle inside or outside from this side. If you look at it, the planar face is the bottom one. So from here, it could be 10 degree out or in. So make sure we will go. Now we're going to do the last one. We'll say okay. Again, draft face is this. Hit okay. And my planar face, draft plane is going to go back. And it's going to go in and out again. Go ahead and pick that. Those are 10 degrees. The only one that face A is 20. Let's start. 10. Hit okay. And that's what you see under your solid right here. We will extrude, we will draft face, another draft face, another draft face, another draft face. So you can change the angle anytime you want, double click it, it will open up your draft face, and you can change your angle, whatever you want to do. Alright. So after we've done this, now I want to cut this extra. Now we're going to use this geometry right here. If you look at here, looking from the side plane, we extend that a little higher, and it's going to cut whatever the material is going to be there. So that is going to be your sweep. Sweep cut, like we did on the surface also. Sweep, swept and sweep. Yeah. It's a select chain to sweep. You have to select the chain. You have to keep the geometry and the path. So once you select your geometry, chain 2, you will say okay, and hit okay again. Then it's gonna ask you a long chain, that's the path. You want to sweep 2, and this is gonna be your path right here.
Ooh.
You're cutting the body. If you say add a boss, it will add a boss for you too. If you want to add a material, just from that geometry, it's going to add a boss also. But I want to remove the material, I want to cut a body. So whatever it comes inside this geometry is going to remove that material along this path right here, this curve right here. Okay. Now we're gonna add a boss with this guy right here, the one we have done. So I'm gonna go to solid, extrude, and I'm gonna pick this one. I hit Alt T, you can pick up from bottom. I hit Alt S, just turn it to solid. Alt S, turn it back. Or if you don't have to, you can select from bottom right here. Select this one here. Hit okay. Hit okay. I'm gonna add don't say create a body, add a boss. And that distance is how much? 1.35. And that will add a boss right there. Don't say create a body, it's gonna give you another solid. If you don't see the difference, over here you have another solid over here, which is not good. You're adding into the existing body. This is 1.35, apply it, okay. And we've got that boss right there. Okie dokie. Now we have a fillet over here, and we have a chamfer on the corner. So it says 100,000 times 45 degrees. That's one is 100,000, guys, make a note. What it says, 1 times 45 degrees, 4 edges, it's not 1, it's 0.1, it's 100,000. 0.1 times 45 degrees, make a note. So I don't need geometry anymore, guys, I'll just go back to level and I'm gonna turn my geometry off. This is gonna be a little cleaner. And now I can just go ahead, I can do my fillet first or my chamfer, doesn't matter. So if you look, it says radius 250 along the top face. Over here, these are all 250 radius. So let's go to solid and do that constant fillet. And I'll pick all these edges, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Okay? And the radius is 250. Nice. Propagate along tangencies. Let's try that if that works. Just selecting by one. Let's try that if that works. I doubt it because this is not tangent to this at this corner. That might not work. Let's see. Constant fillet. I'm gonna pick just only one edge, and let's see it works, because we select this option here. Let's see, it's gonna propagate on all of them. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, this is not changing to this, no. So I'll just go ahead and, I don't have to do it again, I'll right click, actually reselect all, then I can select all this. Okay. And now my chamfer R4 side, I have a chamfer, 100,000 times 45 degree chamfer over here. So let's say constant chamfer, one distance. So we're gonna select the edge. I'll check the solid, check this edge, that edge, that edge. dimensional inches, after. Now we gonna shell it. We're gonna cut inside. We're gonna shell this. And we're gonna keep the wall thickness 100,000, 50,000, doesn't matter. So shell means to remove the material, completely remove the material from the bottom face, that's shelling. So here's your option, shell. It hollows solid bodies by removing material and optionally leaving selected faces open. The remaining faces are taken by a specified amount. So I'm gonna go to shell. It says select the solid body or one or more faces to left open. I'm gonna select this face right here and hit OK. And that will shell the whole unit. And here is my thickness of this wall. If I will go back under level, I'm going to turn this on, my geometry. So, okay. I'll go to shell again, pick this guy, and okay. So that is gonna shell, look at that here, your directions, follow the geometry right here, you want shell inside or outside, so go to direction 2, it will go 100,000 away from outside. It will keep your dimensions inside like that. Or you want shallow, keep the geometry outside, you want to leave 100,000 thickness inside. Or you want to leave in both directions, that's your another option. It's going to be 100,000, 100,000, both directions. We're going to keep direction 1, keep it inside. It's going to shell that, but leave 100,000 wall thickness. And that 100,000 wall thickness is going to maintain throughout the shell. Alt S, you can see that 100,000 is maintaining even on this boss here. If I'll say Alt S, if I'll say my shell distance, I want to keep 200. I want 200. It will not do it. Why? Why? Because that this boss, when it is added into this, it doesn't have a 200,000 thickness wall inside. That's why it will not do it. So you have to be very careful. Also shell with this guy, and I'm going to keep 100,000. That works fine. So we are talking about Alt S. We're talking about this distance right here. If it gets more than that, then it will not shell it, because it will not maintain the wall thickness, and we cannot shell it. So just use 100,000 for your to shell it. And I want you to save this project as a shell. As a shell, just save it as a shell, because this is the additional project. I want you guys to know that how you can do your suite. Okay, do your faces and stuff like that. So if I go to level, I put my solid on. And this is what you see. We have a step. Start with extrude. Then we drop another face. Then we drop another face. We drop another face. We drop the fourth face. And then we sweep cut. We extrude the boss. Then we fill it. Then we have one distance chamfer. And last but not least is only my shell. All right.
here, yeah.